things you should not voice out or say to your African man, especially when you both are having misunderstanding, no matter your temperament, no matter the level of the problem or misunderstanding on ground, especially when you don't want to end your relationship, when you know you don't want to end that relationship. This might be very common things to you as a foreigner, but here in Africa, an African man dislike them, they won't take them from you. They wouldn't like to hear their woman, hear it from their woman, a woman they call their wife, a woman they love and cherish. Because of our culture, because here in Africa, our men are highly respected by women. They are seen to be the head, as a woman will submit to them, we are under them. So there is a limit to what you as a woman, as a queen to that king, could say to him, even in the time of misunderstanding or argument. Number one, don't dare call him a lousy man, useless man, or stupid man. Asked to say, I would say that African men hustle a lot. They are hustlers. They have the energy, capability, mindset, wisdom, focus to hustle. Okay? So if you are in a relationship and you find out that your African man is not chaser, is not a hustler, he's just lousy, he's not doing anything at the moment, or maybe he's not doing enough, it is not normal. I will not encourage you to keep quiet. You are there to push him. You are there to encourage him. You are there to help him in leveling up or growing or chase or focus or chase dream, kind of. So if your African man is that type that relax, don't want to do anything, there are so many ways you can actually talk to him or talk sense into him. I believe he will understand you, or he will give you reasons why he is not actually chasing for that moment. Both reason together and see how to make things work. Taking my time to explain this is because some women, maybe they are earning higher than the man, or maybe the man is not doing enough at the moment, or maybe his hustle is not paying him much at the moment. You try to use it against him. You try to use it to talk down on him when you guys are having little issue, because you are the one doing much of the things at the moment, or because you think you are earning higher than him, you want to use it to actually talk to him disrespectfully. It is not good at all. Number two, don't tell your African man, shut up. Maybe when you guys are having misunderstanding and he's saying shit or he's saying something you don't like, you're telling him, shut up, keep quiet. Don't tell me that shit. No stuff like that. Don't open your mouth and tell your man to shut up. You don't do that. You can only do that here to a child, a little child who is saying something that is not good. Not a grown-up adult, not a full man, not a man who even marry you, a man who keep you in his house, a man who you're gonna call your husband, and you're telling him shut up, talking to him in such a disrespectful way. It is not good. African men are egoistic in nature, so they don't want any woman who will talk to them in any disrespectful way, no matter the challenges, no matter the temperament, no matter what you both are ironing out. Another attitude from his woman that will piss an African man up is comparing him to any other person. Maybe your neighbor is doing more better than he's doing in that job, or anybody at all, be he who, his brother, your brother, anybody, neighbor, friends. Don't compare your African man with anybody. If you think he's not doing well, sit him down. You both should talk it over in a peaceful atmosphere, in a calm manner, he will understand you, and that will trigger him, that will push him, encourage him to push harder. Okay? Don't compare him with anybody. The moment you compare your African man with someone else, your African man, first of all, will see himself, he feel less of himself, he feel less of a man, and thereby conclude that you are not satisfied or contented with him. Or he might even conclude that your eye is out there and there is nothing he will do to please you. In as much as you already cherish in someone else, you in as much as you are admiring or putting someone else first before him, there is nothing, you kill his zeal trying to push more to make things better for you. It killed their morale. So don't even tell African man or try to compare him with anybody, no matter who that person is. Rather, what you have to do is to talk to him, try to talk to him in a calm manner in order for him to wake up even though he's sleeping. Okay? To chase or push more. Once you compare an African man with a particular fellow, he will tell you or he will conclude in his mind that you will be better off with that person than him. Therefore, he's already, counting you out from his mind. He's already seeing a separation mark. I think he should not do to any African man is to talk down or talk bad about any member of his family. Don't go there. Here in Africa, nobody will tell you that the soup that the mother cook is tasteless, even when it is. We always protect our own. We are family oriented. We love our family. No matter how much an African man loves you, he loves his family as well. So you talking bad about the family is a clear, you are just telling him that you don't want to be the part of their family. So believe it or you leave it, when you talk bad about any member of his family, you are just telling him that you're not good for the family or the family is not good for you. That's the two messages you are passing at the same time. Don't forget that Africans are family oriented people, that in as much as you are with him as your partner, you are in line, you are also with him in line with the family. You are not going to take him away from the family. You can never come in between him and the family. No, he is like this. He is like this in the middle, and the family is attached. You see the way these fingers are. You are on top. He's number one. But that doesn't mean that the family did not cling to him. He's attached very, 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 very in line with his family. So you cannot come in between the family, moving from this place you are to there, come and separate him from his family is a very big problem. Instead of him doing this, he will let you go. Okay, so you should know that this is your position here, and the family is very, very close to him, so attached, just like this. So for you to come to tell him you don't like his family, that means you don't like to be with him too, because he's not the only one to get married to you. He's not even the only one that is married to you, even though you are married, even though you have kids with him. He's not the only one. Family is involved. So in as much as you are trying to please your African partner, your African man, try to respect him. You also accord respect to the family. Don't talk down on them. Don't use family secrets against them. Don't even say anything bad. Instead, if there is any one of them who is acting badly, that is affecting you directly or indirectly, you just have to be wise. Discuss it with him. Point it out with him. Pinpoint those things, how it affects you. Attack the situation. Don't attack the person. Say this attitude, it's not actually good for this situation. You should never ever say to your African man is I made you. I pick you from the trash. I made you what you are. I made you who you are. You are a lousy man. You are a big fool. You are useless. You are this and that. Unless you don't want him in your life, unless you are ready to separate or walk away. But if you think that you still have something to do with this African man, don't open your mouth and tell an African man you made him. The moment you tell an African man you made him, you have killed his ego. You have killed him completely. And he's ready. He will be ready to take anything that you think you give to him or you made him to be. He's ready to destroy. He's ready to give it back. He's ready to hands off for his respect to be there. You don't come and insult an African man because you pick him from the trash, because maybe when you know him, he's not buoyant, he's just a poor man, or he's just lacking on what you pick him from the street and you made him who he is. And now, because of little or tiny conflict in the house or misunderstanding in the house, you are reminding him, trying to use it against him, trying to use it to intimidate him, trying to use it to talk down on him, to make him feel less of himself. The African man will leave you on that millions you think you can offer or you have for him. Even if he's living in your house, he will want to leave you and go away. God in Igbo language, Onyema come, you're giving me and you're castigating me because you're gifting me. Onyem Akom, you're gifting me and you're castigating me at the same time. African man would prefer to stay hunger, would prefer to die or stay in abject poverty than to be with a woman that will make him today and tomorrow you use it to insult him, you use it against him, he will leave. He will leave. If he did not do it today, he might do it tomorrow. He might plan, he might accept even when you have apologized to him after the, because in marriage there is up and down. As a partner, whether African to African partner, there must be a day of misunderstanding. Marriage is all about up and down. There will come a day you both will not, might not agree, or maybe have something to iron out. Even if you are a foreign partner to him and you are having issue with him, even if you are an African partner, don't use what you do to your husband or how much you help your husband to balance or level up to castigate him. It's so bad. If you as a woman happens to be in his shoe, that maybe he picked you up from trash, he picked you up and made you, elevated you and make you to become who you are today, and maybe he's using it to insult you, trying to use it to intimidate you, trying to use it to, you wouldn't like it, for crying out loud. Yes, you as a woman wouldn't like it. So don't give an African man this attitude and think that you will still make up with him. Even when you have apologized to him, he might pretend, yes, I have forgiven. But when once you are lying on his arm, all those things you have said, maybe because of your temperament, because of the situation at hand, you have finished running your mouth like motor tire, pa 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 pa. Yes, there is an adage in Igbo land that said, Kuforo Meko, like our African mother, they advise us, their girl child, to speak less for reconciliation, like reserve some comment for reconciliation purposes. Yeah, don't say everything that runs through your head out from your mouth. Don't speak it out. Words are just like, what will I call it? Water drop on the floor. When water drop on the floor, it will be very difficult for you to gather it again. Understand? Even if you try to gather it, you cannot gather it completely. Just like a fresh egg. When a fresh egg fall off from your hand and break, you cannot pack it all. Even you try to pack it, maybe with spoon, try to gather it, you cannot gather all of the pieces. You cannot gather all the liquid substance, the yolk and the white egg. You cannot gather them all. Therefore, it is better for you not to let that blunder out from your mouth, because he is a king. It's not everything that you voice out. It's not everything that you talk to him with anger. There are ways in which you can approach any situation or anything eating you up or anything you don't like and get a better result, not using it to fight, not using it to make out problems. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you guys.